best thing I can bring myself to say about Canon's cheapest entry-level DSLR, the EOS Rebel T5, is that it's not bad for its price class. I'm Lori Grunin, Senior Editor at CNET, and this is the Canon EOS Rebel T5. In this camera, Canon repackages all the technology from the old Rebel T3i in the body and with the bare bones features of the T3. So the camera seems new, but really isn't. It does feel comfortable to grip, and the control and menu layout is logical and easy to pick up. There's nothing particularly notable about the design. All entry-level DSLRs are basically the same in this respect. But there are a couple of significant drawbacks. The viewfinder is small and dim, the smallest in its class in fact, with tiny, hard-to-see focus points. Unfortunately, the focus points have become a standard at this price. And the LCD isn't much more usable. It's highly reflective, and I found it extremely hard to see in sunlight. It's also relatively low resolution, so it's hard to tell if your shot's in focus when you're zoomed in. And shooting in live view mode, which is the mode that's most similar to using a point and shoot, is slow and clunky. And that's doubly frustrating given the somewhat inconsistent performance of the autofocus system, especially in dim light. Thankfully, regular shooting is pretty fast, and its tested burst frame rate of 3.1 frames per second should be okay for active kids and pets. But the autofocus system during burst shooting is kind of hit and miss. And sadly, its battery life is significantly shorter than its predecessor, the T3's. Image quality is solid, but not quite as good as a same-priced competitor like the Nikon D3200. The tonal range is a little narrower, which means you lose detail in blacks and highlights at lower ISO settings and in brighter light than the D3200. And that affects video quality as well, which is fine for short clips, but not terrific. Still, most people will be fine with the images. Colors are bright, saturated, and pleasing, and there's a setting if you want more accurate results. The feature set is better than the T3's, but not nearly as good as the now similarly priced T3i. Like the T3i, it has an 18 megapixel sensor and a 9-point autofocus system, with a fixed 3-inch LCD that's slightly larger than its predecessors. Overall, it's a fine camera, but the old T3i, which currently costs the same, is significantly better. And the Nikon D3200 is also a relatively better bargain. First-time DSLR users will probably be happy with it. You just won't be getting the best camera available for your money. I'm Lori Grunin, and this is the Canon EOS Rebel T5.